Hello everybody and welcome to Body, Mind, and Soul. My name is Yolandareuss. These are your general readings for the week of March 29th through to April 4th. Now, given that time is kind of linear, it could be a little off here and there. So how it affects you, we're going to do past, present, future for the week ahead, but it's going to be last week, this week, next week, but they can slide a little bit. So it could still be in effect, but a little behind or a little ahead. Home, love, career, finances, we're going to do, and advice. So I'm going to go over the things while I'm shuffling up the cards. This is for Taurus for the general reading. I did a Celtic cross for each sign. I do load these videos now onto the YouTube channel once a week on Saturdays. I do try to get them done. The Celtic cross that I did for you, because I have another channel or page through Facebook, which is Out and About, and that one I will do more written things. So I did the spread to put over on Out and About, so I'm going to put that on later today. Excuse me. Your spread talked about the situation at hand was 10 of Wands, which is burdens, responsibility. So what's on your mind is things that you are responsible for, things that you need to do. And then the overall energy was overcoming challenges. So I think there's some things that you have to learn, because it showed for you the Hermit, which is the past, which is searching for the truth. It's going into a solitude. Your present is apprenticeship, which was 8 of Pentacles. That's learning something new. I'm a Taurus, so this is new for me in the sense of this venture. I've been doing it for a while. I've been doing astrology for a long time, but this is an apprenticeship. This is learning something under somebody else or under the tutelage of somebody. The future showed 1 of Pentacles, new venture. So for me, it's very suiting that this come out, because this is my new venture, opening up and starting my channel on YouTube. The effect of the burdens, responsibilities, Sun is success, joy, awakening. So something has come to light in you. Something has happened. And then below, which is usually your subconscious, the things that you might be aware of, you might not, the underlying things. And it's 10 of Pentacles culmination. So it could be the thing that you're learning or working toward or awakening to is because you want some stability. You want that life. That 10 of Pentacles is like happiness, you know, contentment, security. And I think underneath it all, a lot of Taurus, it's very prominent in our sign. We like stability. We're ruled by Venus, and we really we like the simple pleasures of life, the luxuries, the cushy blankets, you know, the warm things and the chocolates and love and compassion. So I think a 10 of Pentacles is a beautiful place that a Taurus wants to be. Unfortunately, we can be a little materialistic. It can be a negative, but we are looking at the creature comforts. We are deeper than that, but a lot of us, the things that motivate us or move us, we want the things in life that we're supposed to have. You had the self moon was illusionment or intuition. Your outside influence is grief, heartbreak, pain. That's the 3 of Swords. So these burdens and responsibilities, there might be some outside things that you're dealing with. Hopes and fears was healing, happy memories. So this is dealing with your family, because 10 of Pentacles also deals with a happy family and contentment and security, culmination for your family. So you could be thinking about your family and what you want to leave for them. Anything of that nature. Remember, this is general. So this is not just, this is all Taurus as a collective, that most of the people, this would what they'd be dealing with if they're born under the sign of Taurus or they have a factor of Taurus in their charts. The outcome was Page of Pentacles, and I really like it because it's talking about ambition and diligence. It's sticking to it. It's doing what you need to do, and the outcome is good. It means that you're going to be working towards something. You have an ambition, man. That's great. Everybody needs something that they have to work toward. Even if you don't get there, it's the fact that you have a goal that you want to get somewhere. Okay, so that being said, I pulled a card of advice, and it said Page of Fire. So this is very prominent for this month. It's beginning of things. This is newness. If there's newness in anybody's charts, it's because we are in Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac year. So, and with all the other, there's like a bunch of planets and things that we're factoring in March just before this was coming in. And this is a time of renewal, of rebirth, of new beginnings, it's why they talk about spring, it's like the blossoming, things are happening. So if it comes up and new things happen, it's very much in the stars and the planets right now, especially. We do Thursdays, if you want to take a look, Thursday is Planet Day. It's all the planets and things that will affect you. So it says, Page, you had 2 cards. Page of Fire is beginning a project, acting on a new idea, okay? So there could be something new you're working on. I just wrote a book. We're getting ready to publish it. We've got to wait till all this stuff dies down so I can have the money to put into it. I'm starting my channel. A new aspect in a new beginning could even be a new way of looking at something, or how you're going to go to get something, or how you're gonna learn something extra so you can get that one step above. And then it said Queen of Air, clarity of purpose, clear communication, setting healthy boundaries. So don't overdo yourself is really the other part of it. Yeah, you're starting something new, but don't take on too much. We have a tendency to fill our plate. I do. I overfill my plate all the time, and then I'm like, I'm so stressed. And then I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I did it to myself. I took on, because I like to do a lot of things. I like a full life. But then when my life gets too full, then I get a little crazy in the head. I admit it. That's the point. We need to admit when we're doing too much and we need to cut it down. Or say, listen, guys, I'm sorry, I love you, but it's too much. And I have to say no. Or I need to find somebody else to do this for me. So, with that being said, that's your Celtic Cross. That's your quick little reading for that. What do we have for the present for our Taurus people for this week ahead, March 29th to the 4th of April? So this is your past. Very suitable because this is the Hangman. And the Hangman is very much about sacrifice, release, martyrdom, stalling, needless sacrifice, fear of sacrifice. It's about sacrifice. So I have all the meanings in front of me too, so I can always look at it to verify. It's usually causing you, making you stop to analyze. And a lot of times this reminds me of like a Mercury retrograde card. It's like, and we just came out of Mercury retrograde. It's forcing you to stop to see what you need to sacrifice or remove that's no longer helping you in your walk, okay? So I think this is part of the thing where it said the Hermit. You had the Hermit in the past, searching for the truth. You have to release some things or understand or accept. And sometimes we don't like to do that. And that Hanged Man, when it's in that, it's like restraining you. It's holding. It's like saying, okay, I'm going to tie you to the seat and you're going to be forced to think about this and you're going to deal with this. And if you want to get out of the seat, we're going to figure out what you need to do. That's the type of energy that's behind that. So there might have been something you had on your mind. It could be romance. It could be business, life. I mean, look at all the stuff we're dealing with this virus. Okay, so what do we have for this week ahead for us? What do we have for Taurus for this week ahead? Ooh, the Chariot. So now you've been in contemplation. The Chariot, you see there's a black horse and a white horse, guys. It's about balance, about the good and the bad things that come into your life and learning how to live a life, balancing them, that you don't let the extremes of one or the other take your life over. When life is bad, you need to hold on to the good stuff. When life is good, you need to remember, let's not go crazy, So it's learning to balance the good and the bad, the yin, the yang, the positive, the negative, the masculine, the feminine, whatever. If you make money, spending money. It's learning how to balance out what comes in and what comes out, how you deal with people, if you're working, if you're, sleeping, don't stay up too long. You need to balance it. You need to sleep. You need to be awake. You need to have fun when you need to work. You can't have two extremes. So at this point, I feel you are getting it. Okay, you're going to find that balance. I don't think it's something you need. It's not an advice card. It's in the present situation, which means this week that we're talking about, you are going to be, because it came out in the upright too, that you are going to be balancing. And you have things that are happening with all this stuff coming, or you're learning to balance with all these situations going on. Okay, so what do we have for the future? Like what's coming up next week? Ooh, choices. So you have 7 of Cups. Now you see he's got his thinking and contemplating, and there's a couple different cups that he can look at. So usually this is talking about things that you have a choice on. Searching for purpose, choices, daydreaming. So it's you're going to be contemplating on what you want to do, what's coming up, what you want. I have this option, and this option. So you're going to be thinking, once you get everything in balance, that following week, or maybe the second week of April, because remember I said this can be a little bit, you may have already gotten the balance last week, and now this week you're going to be looking at different things. Like I said, it affects everybody differently, but on a general speaking, this is the future part that you're going to be contemplating the things that you want. And this is a very much affected also by our virus thing that's going on. As a general public, we are possibly going to be home, because I was forced to be home, okay, because of the virus. Then I balanced out being home all the time and doing the dishes and balancing sleeping, and and then this is going to be, okay, now I've gotten here, now what? Oh wait, I want to do this, or do I want to do this, or do I not want to go back to this? Oh, I'm starting this, do I want? Contemplation. Finding now that you've come home, you stopped your job, worked your job, whatever the case may be, whatever has happened in this week coming up, or maybe in the last 2 weeks, is going to cause you to contemplate what you want, what you're going for, what you're going to work toward. Okay, so it's take it as it resonates with you. So for Taurus, what do we have for our home life? What kind of energy or card do you want for home life? 5 of Pentacles. All right, so home life is going to be, that's not a good card usually, or it's going to be around you. So this could be you or people around you, and that's poverty. That's sadness, a lack. So 5 of Pentacles is going to be need, poverty, insecurity, or recovery, charity, improvement. So this could be something that is going to be worked on, or there's going to be a little lack, or there's going to be, a need. I'm not really sure. So take that as it resonates, but usually it deals with a lack, a need, instability, insecurity. That also, so it could be a couple different things. Okay, so it says need. You might need something next week. You might be in need of something and you have to reach out. The second one is poverty. So you could be dealing with having to budget your money because you're not rich. It's not that it's going to be like you're going to get poor. It could be that right now, you as a Taurus have to think on a poverty level. You have to think, because we like things. We like to buy things. Trust me, I know. I'm a Taurus. We like to buy things and do things, and we are bargain shoppers, but we may have to be on a mindset for our house that we are lacking, that we don't know paycheck to paycheck. We have this virus, we have these things going in, or this also could be awareness at home. There could be people in your home that will be affected by poverty or loss. The other part of it is talking about insecurity. So if you're unsure about your future, that card could be very relevant, because if you're unsure about what you're going to do, say you just lost your job, say you're in a point where you don't know if you're going back or when you're going back to work, because although I'm still working doesn't mean that everybody else is a Taurus, and I still might be unsure, because I used to work 2 jobs and I only work 1 because one of my jobs closed down. I don't do it anymore right now until everything opens back up. So to me, that could be my insecurity. I could be unsure about whether I'm gonna have to be real thrifty, and I'm not gonna be poor in the essence of poverty, like I don't have no food, but I'm gonna have to watch my spending because I don't have that extra money. A lot of people work an extra job to pay for a car or for extra things. I have just enough money to survive for what I need right now. I don't have any extra unless I get it from my husband, but this is about me. Okay, so it could be in reference to you as a person. So if you've lost your job but your husband hasn't, yeah, your family's going to be okay, but your contribution is not going to be there, and it's going to be lacking, or you're going to be unsure if you're going to be able to supply. All right, so in love, what card do we have for our Taurus for this week? Oh, very nice. 3 of Cups. That talks about emotions. Cups are water, friendship, community, happiness. This is good. This means you're gonna have companionship and love, and they're holding each other. they're supporting each other. They're connected. So in your love life, or love in general, your family, your kids, your circle, your friends, it's gonna be a good week, and you're gonna be able to reach out or love each other. Or there's not gonna be the conflicts. I feel like you're gonna have that peace within your life. Okay, so now career. What do we have for Taurus for career? All right. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is compassion, calm, comfort. But on the opposite, this did not come out on the opposite, and I don't usually read it. It's martyrdom, insecurity, independence. So I think really you're just going to be okay. You're going to be calm because there's a point that you accept the reality that there's nothing you can do, that your job has closed. Okay? It's peace. She looks like she's just accepting it. Okay, fine. It is what it is. You're going to be taken care of, guys. Don't worry. Okay? So that's your career. Let's see how your finances are going to be. Finance. Well, that card wants to come out. The Star. The Star is a card that's a beautiful card because it talks about hope, faith, and rejuvenation. So rejuvenation is redoing things. So you're going to there's a very good chance that the resources that you're seeking are going to be rejuvenated. Okay? Because this is talking about finances. Remember this card. So you're going to have hope that you're going to be okay. You're going to get through it. That balance, those choices. Okay? There are also people that are going to consider new jobs that they can do, so they're going to think, oh, I could go back to doing this. That's still going right now. I could still make some money even if I just help them for the time being. All right, your last card is advice. So what do we have for advice? Ooh, 8 of Swords. So your advice is, okay, this card, this card is about entrapment, self-victimization. It talks about the 8 is, I'll let you see. See, she's looking in the mirror. This is why this card is such a good card the way they predict it. It's imprisonment, entrapment, or self-victimization. And I think you have to realize is that although things are not, this is an advice card. Although things may not look good and you may feel like you're entrapped, it could be that you've done it to yourself. Okay, so be careful not to be entrapped in your fear, in your situations or your money and stuff like that, because this is advice. Or don't allow yourself. Be careful with your choices so you don't entrap yourself into something, or you don't fall victim into something. Okay, this is an advice. I feel like it's a warning. Because this 8 of Swords in the reverse talks about self-acceptance, new perspective, and freedom. So maybe you need to get a new perspective on your life. Because remember, there's choices and there's balances. There's hope and rejuvenation. There's a calm and a peace that you have about your career. So I think you need to maybe go in and change the way you're looking at things, and that's maybe how you're going to find the balance, because it says remember, you're going to have to balance that good and evil, and you got this going on, this insecurity. So it's telling you to be careful, and maybe you need to find a new approach or a new way to look at things, because you've got love and compassion around you. You're going to find peace in your career. You're okay. You may not have abundance. You might not have flowing cash flows, but you have what you need. You're okay. So you will find that peace. And maybe in this is the reversed part of it, that you're going to find that freedom, that release, that new approach to thinking. Okay? Guys, that's a quick little read for you. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Thanks.